Patriots seemingly in a great spot. Connor has a question.
Yeah, feeling great, Lombo. For 2 months, we talked about how Drake Maye has a lot to work on. Then Mayo says it, and now all of a sudden he stinks. What can you actually find out about these rookies at the rookie minicamp? Is there anything legitimate that fans or the team can take away in those couple days? And when you hear something like that, a coach say, yeah, this player has a lot to work on. Obviously, it's heightened because it's Drake Maye, and he's the third overall pick, and he plays quarterback. But what does that really tell you about their expectations with Drake Maye, and what can I, as a Patriots fan, walk away from this from? Like, yeah, we're still going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, well, we might want to temper that a little bit. But
what?
Look, I think to me that what you can only really look for at these camps is who's in shape and who's not. Right? It's like who's in condition. And then it's the job of the organization to educate the players about the difference between being an amateur and being a professional, right? And that's, even though they're in an IL now and they're always professionals, there's a huge difference between being an amateur and being a professional. And it's the job of the organization to remind the players that, you know, when you come out, amateurs focus on the outcome, professionals focus on the process. Amateurs focus on the scoreboard. Professionals want to want to do something good every day. So there's these distinctions that you go through, right? That you have to educate what's the difference, because you're moving them from college where the life was really fun and they were the stars of the campus, into a world where it's a business. And we all know it's a cutthroat business and it's a difficult business. And it's the job of the organization to basically educate them. And that's what's really the most important thing about rookie camps. And for the next 2 months, the onboarding of these players is really critical. Teaching them what it takes to be a Patriot, teaching them what it takes to be a professional, removing them. Because, look, a lot of these guys, you can talk to them. You guys have seen them. You've played. Guys that don't take their schooling serious. The difference between studying for pro and studying for the college is completely different. The time you have to put in. You're a professional now. You're not an amateur any longer. You're not going to stay on scholarship. You're here. And I think that's the real issue. And so you just have to be patient. And I think May will respond to that. I think Elliott Wolf will do a good job in drafting. I think Elliott's really good. I like Elliott. It's just going to take some time to get this collective together to see who they are. Because what you want to do, just like we started this whole conversation, you want to figure out who Drake Maye is and what style of play does he need to be most effective.
Now, Con, man, I haven't seen the reaction. Patriots fans, because I quote tweeted in the group text and said, this guy stinks. You're saying there's a lot to work on. Is that how Patriots fans are also responding to Gerard Mayo?
Well, not really, just because we legitimately talked for 2 months about
didn't Belichick kind of lay it all out? Belichick was the one that almost told the New England fans, like, hey, here's everything that Drake is going to have to work on to be in it.
Right.
And then at the beginning, people in New England, I think, were pissed at Bill for saying this, right? Oh, this guy's a hater. He's doing this entire thing.
So that part, actually, not really, just because they focused on, like, the fact that, like, okay, his feet are his biggest problem. Maybe that is something that is easier versus, like, his accuracy being a massive problem. But I think the biggest thing for the Mayo was people in New England Drake Maye was the only guy out of those top three quarterbacks that wasn't expected to start right away. So, like, the idea that he has a lot to work on really didn't shake anybody, because it was
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the table was already set.
Yeah, exactly.
For Drake Maye. The table has already been set for Drake Maye. Yeah, Orlovsky was pitching it since
Kurt Warner said it. Literally everyone who came on that was a quarterback said he's got some work to do.
Well,
exactly.
And, like, if you give this guy
they
a
all
year.
do.
Yeah, well, that was Bill's.
They all do.
That was Bill Belichick.
That's why he signed. That's why they signed Jacoby Brissett for $8 million. They knew what they were doing. They didn't spend $100 million to sign a guy as they watched their player develop. They spent $8 million to do that.
Okay, we get it.